So if you're trying to build a presence online, you've probably felt it, right? The ground is just shifting. It feels like the old rules of social media don't quite work anymore. In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly why that is and what it really takes to build lasting authority in this new age of AI. Let's just start with the big question that's probably on your mind. You're posting, you're engaging, but it feels like you're shouting into a void. I want to tell you right now, it is not just you. The entire way people find information has changed, and that means our strategies have to change with it. I mean, for the better part of a decade, this was the playbook, wasn't it? The belief was that if you just kept up this constant activity, the sheer volume of engagement, you'd be visible. The promise was simple: stay active and customers will find you. But that content treadmill, well, it's starting to break down. And the main reason for this breakdown is the rise of a totally new force in how we get information, something we can call answer engines. And listen, this isn't just some small algorithm tweak. It is a fundamental shift that changes the entire game. Just think about how you look for things now. Instead of scrolling through endless social feeds, trying to piece things together, we now ask direct questions to Google or Siri or some other AI assistant. We want the answer directly, not a scavenger hunt. And here's the crucial part. These answer engines are incredibly selective about where they get those answers. So what is it they're looking for? What makes them prefer one source over another? The answer is fascinating, and it all comes down to understanding the difference between open and closed platforms, and this thing called an authenticity signal. This is where it gets really interesting. A study from Washington State University gave us a huge clue. Researchers found that on centralized platforms, like Facebook, where we kind of feel like we're being watched or ranked, we tend to polish our responses. We self-censor. But on more open, decentralized platforms, people are way more candid, more direct, more authentic. Basically, the platform's design itself changes how we talk. And that right there, that gets to the absolute heart of it. The way a platform is built directly impacts how authentic we are. Open environments just produce richer, more meaningful information. And that authenticity, that is exactly what modern AI and search engines are being trained to look for. So, this hunt for authenticity leads us to a really important technical concept called information gain. This is the new North Star. Answer engines don't really care about popularity signals like likes and shares anymore. What they're actively hunting for is content that provides a genuinely new, valuable answer to a question, something that adds unique value. So what does that actually look like? Well, AI is digging for specifics and deep context. It's looking for original explanations and, crucially, durable sources that it can trust and cite over and over again. A fleeting social media post that's buried in a feed and stuck behind a login, it just can't compete on these terms. This all leads us to a brand new way of thinking about the digital world. You've got to think in two layers: the distribution layer versus the source layer. And understanding this tale of two layers is absolutely key to building a strategy that actually works today. Let's break this down. On one side, you have social media. That's the distribution layer. Its content has a super short lifespan, right? It's all about getting that fleeting, in-the-moment attention, and it's often really hard for AI to even crawl or make sense of. But on the other side, you have answer platforms. This is the source layer. Here, value actually builds over time. The goal is deep, durable understanding, and the content is literally built to be a reliable, citable source for AI. Okay, that's the theory. But how do we actually do this? How do we stop just distributing messages and start building a real foundation of authority that an AI can recognize and reward? Well, let's get practical. It's a two-layer system. First, you need what's called a verification layer. Think of a public directory. This just establishes the basic verifiable facts: who you are, what you do. But that's not enough. Then you build an authority layer right on top of that. This is your deep, helpful content that establishes why you should be trusted. When an AI can connect these two layers, boom, it gets a powerful, undeniable signal that you're the real deal. So when you put it all together, it points to this really profound shift in what our goals should even be online. The new objective isn't to be discoverable by just being the loudest person in the room. The new goal is simply to be understandable. And this right here is the core mindset shift we all need to make. The old game was chasing visibility. That was all about short-term, fleeting engagement. The new game is building authority, and that's optimized for deep, long-term understanding. It's a move from creating temporary buzz to building a durable library of helpfulness that proves you're a reliable source. So I'll leave you with this one question to think about for your own strategy. In this new era of AI and answer engines, are you just chasing visibility? Or are you actually building authority that will last?